Hi, home bakers! Today I'm in the kitchen making Easter meringue nests.
The cutest little Easter meringues with a decadent chocolate nest filling. Whimsical and elegant, these nest-shaped French meringue cookies are the epitome of sweetness.
With a glossy, delicate exterior and a light, soft center, each meringue is infused with vanilla and then topped with rich chocolate and coconut. Their delicate texture and delicious chocolate make them perfect for holding chocolate eggs for a fun Easter treat.
So let's get into the kitchen. This is how I make meringue Easter nests.
I'm going to start this recipe by making the French meringue. In the bowl of a stand mixer with the whisk attachment or in a large bowl using beaters, add in 6 egg whites. Whisk these together with a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. I'm going to whip this until the egg whites are soft, fluffy, and start to hold a soft peak. To make the perfect French meringue, make sure you have a clean bowl and beaters. Any residue containing fat will not allow the egg whites to whip to an extra light and fluffy meringue. I like to separate the eggs into a small bowl before adding them to the mixing bowl. It's extremely important that the egg yolks do not break. This recipe uses only egg whites. The yolk from the egg contains fat, and if it breaks and even a small amount gets mixed in, the meringue will not whip into the soft, light as air cloud that we need for the meringues. Also, using room temperature eggs will whip the meringues more easily. After you have a soft peak, you can start to add in 1¼ cups of sugar. Add this in very slowly while still beating. I like to use a spoon for this just to make sure I don't add it in too quickly. After that, I'm going to beat in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Whip this mixture until you have a very light, creamy, and shiny meringue that holds a stiff peak. Make sure you can feel no grains of sugar left in the creamy white mixture. The sugar should be completely dissolved. As soon as it's ready, we're going to use the meringue right away. This French meringue will start to melt and disintegrate the longer it's left out. I'm going to transfer the mixture to a piping bag and pipe into little nest shapes. If you don't have a piping bag, you can place the meringue into a large sealable freezer bag and cut a small hole in the corner. You could also make rustic nests by just using a spoon and shaping a little blob of meringue into a little nest with a space in the center. And these are right away going to get popped into my preheated 225 degrees Fahrenheit or 105 degrees Celsius oven. They're going to bake for 1½ to 2 hours, depending on the size of the nest that you've made. They're done when they're dried and solid. Once they're removed from the oven, they're going to cool before decorating. Now to make the chocolate nest filling. To a sauce pot over medium heat, mix a 1/4 cup of butter, 3/4 cup of white sugar, a 1/4 cup of milk, a half a teaspoon of salt, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to simmer this 3 to 4 minutes to dissolve the sugar and turn it into a slightly thickened chocolate sauce. Now it can get removed from the heat, and I'm going to stir in 1 cup of shredded unsweetened coconut. Set this aside for a few minutes and it's going to start to thicken. The coconut does make the nest look a little more realistic, but this can be replaced with quick cook oats if you prefer. Once the chocolate has thickened and started to set, you can arrange about 2 tablespoons of the coconut and chocolate mixture into each meringue nest. Then I'm going to place 3 of my mini Easter eggs into each nest. And of course, you can swap these out for other Easter treats like colorful jelly beans or even little Easter peeps. Then allow the chocolate to cool and fully solidify. Once set, they're ready to serve right away. These meringues are not only delicious, they are a super cute decorative Easter treat that's a hit with kids and adults alike. These little nests can be stored at room temperature for up to 2 weeks. Just keep them sealed in an airtight container to make sure no added moisture or humidity affects the cookies. Enjoy! If you're a fan of deliciously simple vintage recipes and old-fashioned skills, then you'll want to check out this next video. Thanks for stopping by.